Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all. I don't know why you're so quiet, why you're being so reserved with your applause. Normally it's huge and overwhelming to the extent where I have to take a nap afterward. But for whatever reason, I'm having volume issues today. But it's not going to stop me, and it shouldn't stop you, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching me. You're watching me do voiceover. That's what that sign means. So here's what we're going to do. First of all, I'm going to fade out the weird music choice I've chosen. I said I'm going to fade out the weird music choice that I've chosen for this particular thing that I do. I don't know why I chose that. It's a bass. What does it have to do with voiceover? Nothing. Zero. The day I heard it, it just called to me. It said, there's something about that I like. Well, hello, Belinda, and one other. It says 8 viewers. I'm looking at that now so I can watch your comments. Now, here's the dealio on this. If you're new to this, welcome. Here's how this works. I'm going to talk way too much about what I do and how it all works to get you excited about the opportunity for yourself. I'm going to do my very best. That's correct, Winter. No, I came in, I had a whole studio built. This is actual metal and LCD screens, and that's correct. No, I have upgraded the studio, and I have to thank the fabulous Lynn Rose for getting my lighting right so my chroma key works. She's amazing, isn't she? Isn't she, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, so look, here's how this is going to work. First, I'm going to post something here that I would like for you to share if you are so inclined. In the comments section, I have just done a link. I've done a link? Really? That's how I'm talking today? I better pull this crap together before I start working. Yeah, well, Lynn isn't in here unless she's watching, which I don't think she is. I think she's busy being Lynn somewhere in the other room. So that link there where it says bobdoyleshow.com/tweetvoice, if you click that magical link, guess what's going to happen? See where it's blank right here on this Twitter feed? Oh, why? I'm fixing that right now. I do not like it when my hand gets cut off. And that's because I've changed some things and I wasn't prepared, guys. I'm sorry. I rushed my way here trying to get this ready for you because I was so excited about sharing this opportunity with you. Anyway, now my hand won't it is still cut off. I don't know why. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Bob, stop talking about your hand. Can we get into the voiceover, please, for crying out loud? Anyway, right here it's blank, but if you tweet something with the hashtag BobDoyleVoice, something will appear there. Your name and whatever you tweet. If you click that link, it will pre-populate. It'll come up in a box and say, hey, I'm listening to, or I'm watching Bob Doyle generate, whatever it says. You can change that message. You can do whatever you want. It's a free country. At least it is-ish where I am. I don't know about where you are. They may have a whole thing about, nope, you can't tweet in your country. You can't. Especially if it's Bob Doyle. You can't do it. So if that's the case, please do not do that. I don't want any international problems. Okay? So here's how this works. I wake up every day with a bunch of voiceover work to do that I generate on Fiverr. And after doing that for a while, I've been doing it for about 3 years or so, and I realized, wow, there's an amazing untapped opportunity for people here who are just even remotely interested in voiceover. Because the fact of the matter is that whether or not you have an announcery voice like you may think I have, or any other kind of voice, there's a place for you in voiceover it really comes down to voiceover is all about communicating the message of the script as effectively as possible. If you can do that with your unique voice and your ability, then you can generate revenue. And so this course that I teach over at bobdoylevoice.com not only teaches you how to get set up with Fiverr and do a gig description and all of that. I'm going to show you all of this right now. But the course digs in deep about how to get it all done, and also it provides coaching for the voice stuff. So if you've never done voiceover before, if it's a new thing for you, and you've got training on that too. So really all you need is an interest, a passion, a desire to do voiceover. And look, when I started, it started small and it grew into this whole 6 figures thing, right? So it's not like you start on day one and you're making 6 figures, right? However, if you take this course, you will be well on your way to doing that. If, of course, you hone your craft and practice and all of that stuff. I mean, it's not a free ride, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. You have to practice. It's voiceover. You're selling people's goods and services, right? But if you've never had the training, if it's new to you or whatever, don't worry. And don't worry if you don't think you have a good voice or any of that stuff. I've gotten people in through this class who just have a normal, everyday voice, nice voices, but they're not, super trained or polished, and they're making money already on Fiverr. Okay? Yes, it works for people with Southern accents because people need Southern accents sometimes, of all kinds. That's the thing. There's so much character work. There's so many different needs for voiceover. Don't rule yourself out because you've got a strong dialect or whatever. If you do voices, if you got a interesting voice or whatever, there's room for it. Can you communicate the message of the script? That is the bottom line, my friends. And so what we try to do in the course is get you trained to learn how to interpret a script, figure out what the right voice is for you, and all of that stuff. All of it. Everything. Do I use a Heil PR40? Well, given that I don't know what that is, no is the answer. I don't know what that is. So I'm happy to talk to you about my setup, Winter, if you want to. Some other time, I'm using a simple webcam, green screen, and the Wirecast software. If you're interested, ladies and gentlemen, bobdoileshow.com/Wirecast. That's the software that allows me to do this. Oh, my mic. No, this is actually an MXL VM57, I think. It's an old model. It was dirt cheap. I bought it on sale for like $44, I think. And it does a fine job. But in the course, we talk about all the equipment that you need, more current equipment than what I've got right now, what I do for a portable studio, everything. We have a whole equipment list. Everything is covered. I don't know any other way to say it. Everything's covered. So why don't we just get into it? Because I've got a lot of work to do today, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a big day. Today, I'm going to show you a couple of things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I do every day, except that I'm going to talk you through it, which is going to make it take a little bit longer. So understand that one of the goals here when you're doing this is to create a workflow that you can go through this really quickly and turn the jobs around in an expedient manner so that you can just keep doing it and doing it and doing it and making lots of money. So that's the idea. But obviously, as I sit here and demonstrate this, it's going to be a little bit slower because that's just how things go. One of the things I want to do is real quick before I get started, I'm going to share this broadcast over to, I have a voiceover coaching page, a voiceover coaching page here on Fiverr, and it makes sense that I would share this over there. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then we're going to get into it. So just 1 second. Thank you for your patience. Voiceover coaching. This is happening now. Post. Okay. Anybody tweet yet? Hold on. Where's my, there it is. Nope, no one's tweeted yet, so therefore I cannot share you. I cannot share you. I'm sorry. I can't. I just can't. Anyway, all right. So let's get into this. So let me show you around a little bit real quick like. So this right here is my Fiverr dashboard, okay, or the main page of Fiverr. My actual dashboard is here. And I'm going to walk you through this a little bit to explain what some of the numbers are so that you understand the potential and how this all operates, okay? Now, some of you may have seen this already. You already know the drill. Sorry, got to start from scratch on this one. I'll try and go through as expediently as possible. Let's keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors, that today is June 2nd. It is the second day of June as I record this. So let's take a look at some of these numbers first, because that's what probably is drawing your attention. So right here, this says sales in queue 47. That means in theory, there are 47 outstanding orders for me to do. It's not really accurate because sometimes what happens is people order and then they vanish. They just disappear. They go away. They never complete the transaction. So there are some of those in the queue. What is more accurate is this number right here, which says to-dos 15. So that's what I've got in front of me today. So generally speaking, I wake up with anywhere between 15 and 20 jobs waiting for me, and then they come in throughout the course of the day. Some of them I try to end my day complete, but sometimes I roll them over to the next day, I admit. So anyway, that's what that number is. Earned this month, this $636 means that I have that since yesterday, $636 worth of voiceover work that I have done has been approved by the client. So some of that work was done in May. Did I say May? Today is June. It's June now. So since some of that work was done in May, was approved yesterday, and then that's why that number is showing up. But basically, this number here, earned this month, means that from the beginning of the month, that's how much has been approved that you have earned that month, okay? Balance over here is how much has been cleared. The way that this works is you do the job, they accept it, and then there's this clearing phase of 7 days to 14 days, depending on how long you've been with Fiverr and what your level is. Won't get into that right now. But the point is, once it clears, that's how much I could download. And basically that means I can click on this whenever I want, and that money will then be transferred to either a PayPal account or a direct deposit or whatever. So that's how that works. Let me just show you one other area of revenue, just to give you some perspective here. So this right here is, and I'm very transparent. I'm showing you all my stuff. Should I be doing this? Should I be telling you this? I don't know. But I want you to get excited. So this number here earned $123,815.79. Is that getting anybody's attention? I'm just wondering if it's getting anyone's attention. Pending clearance means that, I told you there's a clearing period. So there's $1,540 worth of jobs that are, basically there's a countdown. They've been approved, they've been delivered, and now there's this clearance point, and then when the clearance finishes, that number goes up. Okay, so that's how that works. And then upcoming earnings is jobs that I haven't done or haven't been approved yet, but they've been done, and so I'm looking to earn that. That number increases all the time as well. Okay, so let me see if you've got any questions here. Attention, yes. Is this connected to PayPal? Yes, it is connected to PayPal. Obviously, since I just said that, that's how that works. So I've got too many windows open. This is one of the downfalls of doing this is there's so many windows open when I do this. So generally my workflow is I come in and I see that I have a message every day. So I'll go check the message, and it's usually something about, hey, I've got a job for you, like this one here. Can we have, or this is probably an order for today, and he wants it back really quickly. So any messages, any job quotes, any of that stuff, I just generally check my messages first. That's when I say, okay, you've got a $649 word script. That's going to be however many gigs, and it's going to cost you this much, and then like that. So that's how that works. Now, today, I'm just going to do a few, maybe 3 or 4 jobs, okay? Shorter jobs, so that you can see how the process works, both technically and delivery, the whole thing. You're going to watch me record, edit, and deliver the whole thing. So you're going to watch my workflow, and you're going to hear me choke. It's a bonus. The bonus, the choking on my own saliva, that's a bonus. I didn't advertise that. It's just you get that free of charge. So tell your friends and neighbors, will you? Is anybody sharing this broadcast? Probably not. You know why? You're not. I know why you're not sharing. It's like, I don't want to tell everybody about this. I want to know this for myself. I don't want people to know they can go make money on Fiverr doing voiceover. I want this information for myself. Why would I share that with all my friends and family? I don't know, because you're a generous person? Okay. Shall we begin? Let's do. Well, first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this first job in the list. I'm not going to do this one today because it is a bigger job. It is $640 worth of big. So all of you who go, Fiverr, what? $5? This is your wake-up call. $640. This is a 6,388 word script, which with my rates, which is 1 gig for $50, 50 words. Basically, it works like this. You define how many words of your script equals 1 gig. In other words, they're going to pay $5. How many words of a script are they going to get? In my case, it's 50. When I started, it was 200. Then it was 100. Then it was 75. And now it's 50. So you control your income. Anyone's attention yet? Anyone? Nope. Okay. I'll keep going until I get your attention. Okay. So anyway, this would be a $640 job delivered in 2 or 3 days. I will generally get this done same day most of the time, but since I've got a lot here, I won't promise that, so that's what they're going to get there. So I'm clearly not going to do a job that long for demonstration purposes here. That would be crazy. So let's go on to this next one and see what this one looks like. This is probably so this is a $30 job. Now let's one of the key things that I want you guys to understand is that these jobs are not just about what, the $5 and how long the script is. The way, and one of the things we teach you in the course, which is one of the main things we teach in the course, is how do we take a $5 job or a $10 job and turn it into a $20, $30, $40, $50 job without doing any extra work? How do we do that? Well, that's the magic of Gig Extras, my friends, a little feature in Fiverr that allows you to say, well, here's the basic job, but if you want it in this format, it's this much extra. If you want it tomorrow, it's this much extra. If you want music behind it, it's this much extra. If you want it to use it for commercial purposes, it's this much extra. So a $5 job can become a $55 job depending on how quickly they want it, what format they want it in, what they're using it for, that whole thing. So just so you're clear on how that works. That's not the Fiverr view I want. That's not the Fiverr view I want. Here we go. This is much more fun, me kind of hovering over the screen. I love this. So fun. All right, so now one of the things I can't share with you for whatever reason, and it is a Microsoft Word limitation. I can't show you the script for whatever reason. If I pull up, I can share screens all over the place, but I can't share Microsoft Word with you for some reason. So you will just have to trust me that I am reading a script. So I'm going to pull the script up in front of me now, which you will not be able to see. It is loading now. And actually, it looks like on this one, all I'm doing is, you can't see this obviously, but this is, it looks like I'm adding, let me go back and check the gig description. We need the highlighted parts read as soon as possible. So this was the message I got. They need this today. So what I see that you don't see is a script that I've already read, but there are some highlighted lines, and they just need those lines. So they're going to drop them in, they changed them, or whatever. Okay? So all I'm going to do for this job is read what is written in the highlights, so that's not like cohesive, and then I'm going to take out the errors, and then I'm going to deliver it, and then they're going to paste it all in together. I hope that's clear. So the program that I'm using to do my editing is Adobe Audition, okay? In our course, we teach you how to use a program called Audacity, which is free. Audition, not free, but I've been using it for years, and so I continue to use it. But the basic premise, the basic principles of recording and editing and all of that are the same. So I can certainly show you here what's going on. So this is what a waveform looks like. When you record your voice, it looks like this. So I'm going to, in this case, this is for a company called Spoken. So I'm going to create a file called Spoken Revisions. Some of these pop-ups too that happen in the various programs you can't see either for whatever reason. They just don't share. So just so you know. So then I just start recording. Now, as you watch this, if I make a mistake, which it does happen, my friends, I clap like this. And what that does is it creates a spike in the waveform, which I can easily see, so I know where to go back and where my edit is. Chances are we'll have the opportunity to watch that with this script, okay? So, and then if I clap 3 times, it means I just need to take a break in the read. I didn't make a mistake per se, but I need to swallow, I need to breathe, I need to reset, whatever. And then that way I just go back and I see in the waveform these 3 spikes, just cut those out, and I'm good to go. These are all workflow tips that I'm giving you for free, which are part of the paid course that you can find at bobdoyleshow.com. bobdoyleshow.com. Very excited about it because we've moved the whole course over into Facebook now. I know I'm excluding people who don't like Facebook, but what are you going to do? This is where the people are. So it's all in Facebook. It's very cool. All right, shall we get started? This is the hardest part when I do these things, is just freaking getting started. All right, but here we go. The Spoken Cloud, powered by Avaya, which is the most cost-effective option. Dave has a heterogeneous contact center environment with call recording, call analytics, IVR, and much more. How will those work in the cloud? Spoken lowers call center total cost. Spoken lowers call center total cost of ownership by 30%. Spoken customers save millions of dollars annually in capital and operational expenses. With cloud options that come with innovative standard features, a la carte applications to handle specific needs, per minute or concurrent agent pricing, and self-service, Spoken Cloud puts Dave in control of his bottom line. Spoken improves agent productivity by 22%. Spoken-enabled call flows reduce agent handle time and increase self-service rates. Dave can increase his speech recognition rates and caller identification with the smart IVR, simplify the agent experience with a cloud desktop, and coaches agents to success with an online quality and coaching tool for the new millennium. Spoken increases Net Promoter and customer satisfaction scores. Customers are 8 times more engaged. Okay, that's it. And I know that didn't make sense because these were disjointed. These were various sections in the script. But let's check out what I'm doing over here now in Audition. I'm zooming in on where that clap was. And I know that right before the clap was the error, so I just delete it. And I think that's the only error I made in that one. So then there's a couple of other things I do to every file before I deliver it. One is something called normalize. So I'm going to select the whole file and I'm going to run this normalization filter. Again, you can't see the pop-up, but what this does, if you watch the waveform closely, as I click now, you can't really tell. What it does is it changes the volume to a kind of a standard volume for the industry. And it just so happens that I recorded it so perfectly that you can't really tell. But sometimes if the mic is too low or too high, it adjusts that volume. The next thing I do is run another filter, which you can see on the screen, which is a noise reduction filter, which takes out if there were any background sounds, a fan or whatever. It just removes all of those. So now I've got a nice clean recording. So now I'm going to just save this out. And again, you won't be able to see the little pop-up of the save. I'm going to save this as an MP3 file because that's the basic format that I deliver in. If they want a WAV file, they pay extra for that. And then I go back over to Fiverr, which is right over here. And then I'm going to click on Deliver Your Order. You can't see the upload box either, but I'm navigating to my Fiverr VO directory. And I'm adding that. And now see this window here is the delivery window. And now you can see the file uploading. This right here, use a quick response. And I'm going to check if you're sending comments, I'm going to go look at them in just a second. But right now I'm focused on this. You know, when I deliver a file, I found myself saying the same things over and over again. Like, here it is. If you need a revision, do this and all of that. Fiverr has added something called quick responses, which are predefined, basically, text blocks that you say, okay, this is what I want to, when I click this, I want this word, all of this to be typed in. So for example, when I deliver, I click on if you're happy, close. And it automatically fills in these 2 paragraphs. Here you go. If you're happy with this, I'd appreciate the favor of blah, 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 blah. If you need revisions, here's what to do. Deliver the work. And boom. That's $30 right there. Now, again, that would have taken me a minute and a half if I wasn't talking you through it. Okay. So when you do a lot of those little jobs at 30, 25, and they only take you a couple of minutes, your hourly rate pops up pretty significantly, pretty quickly. And generally speaking, as I've done sort of the calculations, I'm doing around $300 an hour doing voiceover. Sometimes it's even, I once did a $1,000 job that took me 22 minutes. Okay. You'll share this with your fiance when he comes home. Seems like there's room for plenty of people. Yes, Dave Yeager, there is plenty of room. One of the points I make in the course is that, yes, voiceover is a highly competitive industry. You go out, I live in Los Angeles. If I was going to do voiceover here, I can't even imagine. Well, I can imagine because I thought about it for a while. First of all, it meant spending about $1,500 to go into a studio to create a new voice demo. Okay. Then you got to go find an agent. And then you got to go audition. Go audition sometimes, like go to a place. A lot of times it's just sending in MP3s and all that other stuff. I have neither the time nor desire for any of that. Not when I can sit here in my palatial studios with a dog by my side. No auditions, no agent, no none of that, right? So I just get to sit here and work every day from home. So it's in my mind, it is the way to get into voiceover. And look, you know what? If you do this for a while on Fiverr and you create like a really strong body of work, and with the jobs you do, you can create a demo that, you know, if you'd rather go out and play in the big world of voiceover with an agent and get the jobs that do pay more they do, but they're fewer and far between. And I'd rather work every day and make a consistent, predictable income than not know where my next job is coming from, especially when I'm up to other things in my life, like the Bob Doyle Show. I don't have time to go around to auditions all day. I have to craft that show, right? So I wake up and do this. Any questions? It is cool. It is great money. And I hope that more people. Why? How can there just be 6 people watching this? It just boggles my mind. I'm sitting here with the information that so many people could change their financial life with this information. They could change it completely. Like in a couple of weeks, if they just knew about this, if they would just look into this. It's, I feel like I'm sitting on a freaking gold mine telling people, all you got to do is this. I'm charging hardly anything for the course. Anyway, I'll keep going. I'll keep on going so you can continue to watch me in action. So anyway, that's we'll go back over here to Fiverr real quick, and we'll go back to my dashboard and see what's next in line. All right, now this one. So I've been asked to modify a delivery, which means something was amiss. Let's find out what it was. Voice is perfect. I really appreciate the speedy delivery. Requestion, the last couple of lines were left out. Since you pronounced everything, I'm resending the 140 word. Is it? Okay, I have no idea. I'm not going to analyze that one right now because it sounds like it wasn't my mistake after all. But anyway, sometimes that happens. They ask you to modify a delivery. You just modify it, deliver it, and then they accept it. It happens to everybody. So, all right. So let's go on to this one. I think, now this is another regular. One of the great things about this job is after a while you get regular customers. And several of the people on my list here today are regulars, and they come in. I get jobs. Some of these people I get jobs from every single day. Some of them a couple of times a week, some of them once a month or whatever. But they're regulars. They come back because I did well for them, right? And that's really nice to have. So let's check it out. Let's check out. Well, you can't see the script, but I can. That puts me at an advantage. All right, here we go. This is one I think I've done before, a little updated version of it, and this is for Johnson Controls Tech. So that's what I'm calling the file. Are you ready? Here we go. This is a nice short one. And we'll talk about the different kind of jobs that I do here in just a second so you can get an idea. They're not all just like this. But that last one that was kind of piecemeal. So let's just do this one. Oh, sorry, you're not seeing what's going on. Can't have that. All right. Where's the script? I lost it. Here it is. Is it important for you to stay ahead in your HVAC career? Have you been wondering how to learn a new technology or skill that will help you advance? Not sure where to find the expertise that will give you what you need? At Johnson Controls Training Institute, our certified industry experts deliver the technical learning you will need to get you where you want to go. Whether you require basic training for newly installed systems, refresher courses on time-tested products, or more specific training tailored to your site, we can help. With certified instructors, state-of-the-art learning technology, and hands-on application tools, Johnson Controls Training Institute has the means to assist you in achieving your career goals. Call today or check out our website to find out how we can partner to help you win. Okay. So, yeah, that's typical announcer voice type of stuff. And yes, I get a lot of that because that's what my voice sounds like. Is it important for you to stay ahead in your HVAC? Okay, so I'm now going back and I'm going to do the editing. So I'm just zooming in on where I see the mistakes. Refresher courses on time-tested refresher courses are... Now, see, after a while, I can see, you will too one day, I don't have to listen to all of these to know what they're saying and where to stop because the waveform has a shape. So this shape right here is very similar to this shape. Maybe not to the untrained eye. But basically I know that I start here to delete and go like that. Now, I wouldn't advise that for the beginner, to guess like that. And when I'm not sure, I check and make sure that I'm not cutting out the wrong thing. And oh yes, I've made that mistake. I've cut out the wrong thing. And then they come back and say, hey, I'm missing an entire line. And I go, I'm sorry, I was broadcasting your work in front of hundreds of people or 6, and I got sloppy. It does happen. Sometimes when I do these broadcasts, these ones that I deliver are the ones that come back and go, you missed a thing or whatever, because clearly my attention is divided. But I'm here to show you a little something, and with the shorter jobs too. So it's not like I wouldn't do a long job like this for lots of reasons. Mostly because I wouldn't want to redo it because I rushed it because I was doing it live. All right, so I just saved that file, and now I'm going to go back to Fiverr here and deliver, just like I did last time. Upload, boom, use the quick response. If you're happy, close. Oops, unknown error. What? Let's try that again. That's a weird one. Every now and then Fiverr will say, try again. And there it worked. And so, all right, so that one was another $30. So you've watched me make $60 in less than an hour, or however long I've been broadcasting this, which is only 30 minutes, and I haven't been doing work for that much longer, right? So let's do, how about we do one or two more? Let's see. Oh, I'm missing. It will grow, I assure you. I just messaged a really good friend of mine who had a local radio show. See, I can't see all the comments. It drives me crazy. I can only see 4 of them. I don't know why that is. But anyway, so I've obviously missed some of your comments, and I apologize. But I can go back after every live broadcast like this. I go back and read the comments and see if there's something I need to respond to. But really, all your questions about a lot of this stuff would be answered if you go to BobDoyleVoice.com. All right, so let's move on, shall we? Let's go back to the Fiverr page. You're already there. I don't know where it is. Here it is. I think this might be a longer one. Let's find out. $40? No, I can do that one. So now here's a good example. So this is a 3 gig script, which means it has 150 words or less, right? And delivered in 3 days, $5 per gig. It would be a $15 job. However, they want it tomorrow, so that adds $10. And they tipped me. Yes, you can receive tips, and I haven't even done the job yet. But this is a regular. So he knows. He'll probably get it really, really super soon, and it's going to be good for him. So let's read his instructions. Another product video. You did one for us a long time ago. You can listen to it here, which is great. If they reference, if you've done work for me before, I need it to sound like this, go over here. That recording was perfect. We had the same vision for this script, serious and sophisticated, but exciting as well. So why don't I just go over here and check which one they're referring to. Listen to that music. Questions from your patients. Well, you're not alone. Welcome to Prescribe Medicare, the latest software solution from Prescribe Wellness. Ooh, ominous and cool, right? It's always neat to hear what they do on the other side. Like I just did the voice for them. I didn't do any of the music or the production. So it's kind of cool to hear what some of these clients do with the voice stuff that you give them. I got one who I may show you here in a second, who I've been doing voice work. I actually have to stop doing because it's this voice that hurts my throat to do. But man, he sent me a recording of what he does with it after he gets it, and I'm like, oh my God, you make me sound amazing. But it hurts my throat. Can't do it anymore. I didn't know it was going to be a long-term thing. Anywho, all right, well, let's take a look at this script, shall we? Well, you won't be able to, but I will. All right, so it's not very long. Shall we do it? Shall we do it together? Whoops, did I just screw up my, hold on a second. Sorry, I have lost control of my screen. I can't click anything. Here we go. I want to go here. And we're going to call this Prescribe Wellness. What? How am I going to, pharmacy growth. That's what I want. All right, let's see if I do it right. Pharmacy growth from Prescribe Wellness, allowing you to take full advantage of the profitability obtainable within your existing patients. By taking a more proactive role in communicating with your patients, you can increase your pharmacy's revenue. We work with thousands of pharmacies across the nation and have proven to generate more prescription refills, higher levels of patient engagement, and improved customer loyalty. By aligning data analysis and behavioral science, you'll find a clear, measurable increase in your bottom line. The best part? You can enjoy all these benefits without impacting your current workflow. We do the work for you. Your patients will receive timely, relevant communications in your voice, the voice of their pharmacist. You are the most trusted and accessible healthcare professional in their community, and we can help you leverage those relationships. By partnering with Prescribe Wellness, we'll help you strengthen customer loyalty, improve medication adherence, and increase star ratings. All right, a lot of industry stuff that we don't know what they're talking about, but that's how that works. All right, let me just see if there's any comments. Where are you? There you are. Natty's here. You're having lunch? Well, that's okay. Anyway, yeah, I know I'm missing comments left and right. But anyway, so now let's edit this thing because clearly I made a mistake here and there. So zippity zop. See, you can see how this, you can just tell this looks like this. This is the same shape. So I don't even have to listen to it. I just, boom, copy, gone. Not copy, delete. Now here is where I clapped 3 times because my mouth was full of spit. It was gross and disgusting and horrifying. So I had to swallow. And then I made a mistake. So I'm going to cut that out and that first little part. And that's it. And now I do my shtick. I normalize. Boom. You can see that one, right? It popped up bigger. And then I'm going to run the filter, the noise reduction filter, which you can't see. And that just has a minimal impact on the waveform. And then I'm going to save it out as the file name that it is. Make sure they didn't ask for it. No, they did not. And then that's it. And upload, boom. And if you're happy, close, deliver. And so what was that? That was 40. So $100 so far since you've been watching. Is anybody excited yet? I feel like you're just going, come on, impress me. Impress me. $100. I can make $100 in 20 minutes with my eyes closed. That's what you're thinking right now. I don't even have to read anything. Well, then maybe you're not. Maybe you shouldn't be watching this. I don't know. All right, shall we do one more? We're going to do one more. And then I'm going to let you go about your merry way. Because if I haven't made my point by now, if you haven't shared with everybody you know, if you aren't singing from the mountaintops, oh my God, this is how I'm going to change my life, then I've either failed miserably or it's just not for you or anyone you know or care about. Anyone you know who might be struggling. You're not thinking of them right now. You know, that guy, that girl who has that great voice, the one that you say, or maybe it's you, the ones who people have said, you got a really great voice. Have you ever thought about, boom, you sound like you have a radio voice. Boom, I could just sit and listen to you all day. Boom. Do you know people like that or are you that person? If so, here you go. Here's your future. If I had a silver platter right now, I would hand it to you on it. But I am fresh out of silver platters. I gave my last one away last week. I was just in a generous mood. I shouldn't have done it. He didn't even really deserve it. I don't even think he's using it. You know, seriously, I think he's got this silver platter, and it's just like, I don't know, propped up on his dresser, and he's like, why did I even get this thing? I'm not doing anything with it. Maybe he'll give it back to me, in which case I can give it back to you. I can hand this to you. All right, let's see what this job's about. This is about a $20 job. It's a $10 job that they want in 24 hours. One of the things you'll see here is that this is not important. I'm not even going to share this detail with you. It's a $20 job. So let's take a look at it. Didn't see really any special instructions, which is sometimes good, sometimes bad. Okay, so on this one, I don't know exactly what kind of read they're looking for, but based on the script, I'm just going to kind of make something up. So let me just make sure, because I think we've had some conversation in a message thread, but this is a shorty. So let's just read it, shall we? I'm going to call this Parsnip, and you'll see why. The humble parsnip. Maybe not much to look at, but there's more to it than you think. In fact, every vegetable has a story. Join Wolf Storl in exploring the Join Wolf Storl in exploring the secret lives of some of our favorite vegetables, like carrots, celery, and tomatoes, as well as some of the lesser known, like purslane, mallow, and the Jerusalem artichoke. Learn stories, folklore, recipes, and more in A Curious History of Vegetables, on sale wherever books are sold. Okay, I think this is going to go on top of a video that they are going to synchronize. That is one of the things that I offer as a gig extra, is synchronizing the audio to the video. But that requires that they deliver me a video with a scratch audio track on it, so it's easy for me to know where to put things. But in this case, I think they just wanted me to do this. Here's another error that I almost missed. And yes, I've delivered plenty of files with clapping in them because I missed it. It happens. But as long as you are polite and professional, apologetic, and in integrity, they'll love you anyway. Nobody's really expecting perfection the same time out. In fact, that's one of the things that most of the time, I probably have to do revisions for 1% of the jobs I do. Okay. But that's because that's just experience. But this whole thing of like, you'll see me, I'm getting this script. I'm not reading it through first. I'm not analyzing. I'm just reading it cold. Clearly, I would not recommend that for everybody right off the bat, but it comes with practice. You can look at it. Like if it starts with, this is Dave, this is Bill, I immediately know exactly how to read that. Who I'm now the explainer video character, right? And so part of the course that I teach is finding those quote unquote characters that you are, so that when you get a job, you go, oh, it's that character. So Belinda is asking a few great questions. One is, I'm not sure I could assess whether I have a sort of voice. Yes, you can. Do people understand you when you talk? If so, you're a candidate. The next part is, do you feel like you could develop any sort of acting chops? I'm not talking Dustin Hoffman here. I'm just talking being able to look at a script and say, oh, okay, I know what I need to do to emote that. You don't have to know how to do that right now. The course will teach you how to do that. Not perfectly in 4 weeks, right? But get you on your way. And the course does have options for ongoing coaching and personal coaching and all of that stuff. But the course itself is getting set up on Fiverr and a good solid month of in-depth coaching and feedback and finding scripts and getting your demo made and that whole thing. So a lot that happens. She also asked, do the jobs come with instructions most of the time? I'd say 50-50. They'll say something like, because I have a demo, and they'll say, I like the voice that you used at the beginning of your demo or at 30 seconds into the demo, that kind of thing. They'll sometimes do that. Or they'll say, I need an epic trailer type of voice, or I need, if they have something specific in mind, hopefully they will tell you that up front at the time of the order. Sometimes they don't, and they tell you after, and you have to breathe and go, boy, I wish you'd told me that at the beginning before I did this. My revision policy, by the way, is this. If they change the script, I charge them. If they gave me incorrect or pronunciation guidance, I charge them. If they don't give me pronunciation guidance when I ask for it and they don't respond to my first request of getting it, then I charge them for it. A lot of this is learning what your boundaries are and your parameters for how you're going to work. As long as you're clear on that and define that up front, then you eliminate a lot of problems. If you aren't clear and you're ambiguous with what you'll deliver for your rate, they'll walk all over you. Or they can. And then finally, Belinda asked, can you start over rather than clap? Yeah, but why? Really? Because, you can get 3/4 of the way through a thing and then you're going to start all over again? No, it's not efficient at all. Just start at the sentence where you messed up and just take it up from there. Pick it up from there. That is absolutely the best way to do it. It would drive me crazy if I had to redo every single one if I made a mistake in there at some time. So clapping is by far the easiest way to do this and the quickest. All right, I'm going to do one more. For the sexy 6 of you who are here and maybe perhaps see the opportunity or considering it. By the way, when you follow BobDoyleVoice.com, you're going to go to a particular page within a Facebook page. If you go to the main part of that page, because basically that's going to take you to sort of a tab within my Facebook page for coaching voiceover on Fiverr. If you go to the main one, you'll see lots of different videos like this, where I've done this before, where you kind of looked over my shoulder. You'll see the old school studio in the background. You won't see this cool glitzy place. No, you'll see wires and green screen and all kinds of crap back there. But you will learn. Oh, yes, you will learn. Thank you, Natty. You're so nice. Okay, let's do one more, shall we? I'll tell you what. I'll take the pressure off. I'll do it. You watch. You just sit back and relax. You don't have to do it. I mean, you're not getting paid for it. Why would I ask you to do it? But you could get paid for it. And I can show you how. If you want. Okay. Let's take a look at this script here. Wait a minute. I forgot to deliver the parsnip, didn't I? Did I? No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get sloppy and forget because this was the job. Hold on. Was this parsnip? Yes, I didn't deliver parsnip. How could you let me do that? How could you just let me just... How? I thought we had a relationship. That was Cody. He was saying hello to all of you. I don't know if you heard it, though. This mic is very good about keeping everything right here, as opposed to the mic I use for the Bob Doyle Show, which sits in front of me and picks up the entire neighborhood. Because I don't want to do this on the Bob Doyle Show. I don't want this in front of my face. A little technical insight. All right, we're going to do one more, and then that's it. And then I'm going to get back to work because I got, these 600. Hi, it's Lynn Rose. You look lovely. Come here. I was actually talking to the dog, but Lynn's coming too. Did you see how she just appears out of nowhere, out of that, like she just vanishes, like my hand? Anyway, that's Lynn. Oh, are you leaving now? Oh, great.
Just almost destroyed the set. Sorry.
So hold on.
Take the dog with you?
No, I'm just sharing the dog.
I'm not trying to adjust your set.
Don't mess with... I'm in the middle of something here. Now,
Bye.
Are you serious?
Bye.
Amateurs. Come in here and start messing with lights. What? I'm in the middle of something here. Oh, tangents. Well, anyone who watches me knows that I am all about the tangents. All about the tangents, about the tangents. No focus. It's all about the tangents, about the tangents. No focus. All right. Can we just do this last job, please, and stop this silliness? This is not the Bob Doyle Show. Or is it? Hard to tell these days. All the Law of Attraction broadcast, the Voiceover broadcast, the Bob Doyle Show, it's all starting to feel the same, isn't it? What do you mean you don't know about this other broadcast? Where have you been? BobDoyleShow.com, Facebook.com/BobDoyle, LOA, where I do weekly Law of Attraction broadcast. Okay, I'm sorry. This is not promotional time. It is get this stuff done time. So let's go back to Fiverr and find the next thing on the list. King X Violence. Weird name. All right. But I checked this out yesterday because I was thinking, because I don't, there are some scripts. I'll read 99.999% of the scripts that come through, regardless of what they say, the language, any of that. I don't care. I'm a professional. But there are some of them that are like, what? No. So in this case, I had given this guy an offer, and he said no because he changed the number of scripts, or changed the number of words, so it would be a little bit less expensive for him. So it went from a 3-gig job to a 2-gig job. Anyway, let's check it out. I'm now opening it. And use a deep, epic trailer voice for this script. All right? So I don't do the trailer guy voice. I mean, that's, in a world, that thing. Like, I don't do that because, number one, I don't sound like Don LaFontaine. I don't, and I'm never going to. And neither does anybody else who tries to sound like him, and it drives me freaking crazy when I hear people doing the trailer voice. Every now and then someone can do it. But for the most part, it's like the people who do Morgan Freeman impersonations. Come on. Stop saying you sound like him. You don't. I'm sorry. I had no business going off on that rant. I'm sure there's plenty of people who sound like him. All right, Bob, pull it together. Here we go. This is going to be I'm going to call this hostility. I have no idea. This one may come back. And just so you know, if this one comes back and he goes, that's not what I was looking for, at that point, what I do is I say, please send me to a specific example of exactly the type of read you're looking for. A lot of times I'll do that right up front. If I see that they're clearly wanting something specific, but they're not clear in exactly what that is, but I know that they've got something in mind, I'll say, please send me a link so that I can emulate it. So I don't do the whole job. And then they come back and go, oh, you know what? Actually, I wanted it like this. Nothing gets the hair standing on end like that for me. And this is a potential case where this could happen, but it's a short script, so I don't mind doing it for you here. After over 2 years in exile, the time has come once again for one man to rise. The known icon, the face of the game for the past decade, has come back to have his vengeance. The king has waited to make his final move and leave the competition unresponsive. Those who have foolishly turned their back on such force will now be avenged for their selfish mistakes. What you will witness, only a legend could create. An impact no response could ever match. The final move. This marks the end of the era. Hostility versus all V3. I'm going to do that last line again. Hostility versus all V3. So a lot of that doesn't really make sense to me because this is a conversation that's taking place in the gaming world. Hostility is a username, so it's referring to a person. Don't know what the V3 stands for, so I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'm quite sure they'll tell me if I did it wrong. Hostility versus hostility. Okay, just making sure, taking that edit out. Oops, this looks like this marks. Yeah. All right. See what I'm doing here? Clickety click, delete, boom. So again, not always sure that it's going to happen. So, can't knock it out of the park every single time, but that's just part of the deal, my friends. Hold on. Let me send this out. Again, like 95+% of the jobs that I do are very super clear. Turn them around within minutes sometimes of receiving them, certainly hours. And of course, that makes people really super happy when you do that. Let me deliver this. I guess you didn't see me do that. I guess I wasn't set up on the right screen. You might have told me, but I didn't see it. Anyway, let's deliver this and stop talking about it. All right. Hostility, MP3, upload, boom, happy close, deliver, and boom. $10. So, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think at this point, I'm going to end this little shenanigans. I'm even going to play the theme music and a little bit of applause. That's not applause. A little bit of applause because you know what? Quite frankly, I think I knocked it out of the park today. I think I told you exactly what you needed to know. Now, it's up to you. Are you interested? Are you not? It says, do you do voice for video games as well? Super cool. So I have done some voice for video games, but mostly for like demos for Kickstart videos and things like that. Lynn, however, does have her voice in video games, like long before I knew her. Some Nintendo games, and she's done singing. But anyway, there's all types of stuff like that. Phone systems for companies and IVR, explainer videos, TV commercials, radio commercials. There's really just a ton of stuff. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to go finish my job today. I hope you guys have a wonderful time and got some value out of this, and I hope to see you in class one day soon.